Okay, so when you hear the words tech giant, you're probably thinking about a product that's so amazing it just sells itself, right? But what if one of the biggest names out there, Salesforce, built its entire empire on the exact opposite idea? We're going to unpack the surprisingly human secret behind their success, and it's all about the art of personal selling.
All right, to really get their strategy, you first have to understand just how massive they are. For more than 2 decades, Salesforce hasn't just been another player in the game. They've literally been writing the rules for how businesses connect with their customers.
I mean, just think about the CRM market. That's customer relationship management. It's a colossal $48 billion industry. And Salesforce? They're not just leading it. They are absolutely dominating it, leaving huge names like Microsoft and Oracle playing catch-up.
And their financial muscle is just, wow, $13.3 billion in annual revenue. A number that huge isn't just a sign that they're doing well. It's a measure of their incredible influence on the entire global economy.
But get this, that $13 billion number isn't even the whole story. Their revenue more than tripled in just 5 years. That kind of insane growth isn't just momentum. It's proof of some serious market power.
And look, it's not just about the money. These guys are relentless innovators. They're always pushing what's next, from cloud and mobile tech to social media, and of course, AI. So it's really no surprise they've been named one of the world's most innovative companies for 7 years straight.
So all of this brings us to this really interesting puzzle. You've got this dominant, super innovative product that everyone seems to want. You'd think it would just fly off the shelves on its own. So why on earth does Salesforce insist that it doesn't? Let's dig into that.
Well, the answer isn't about technology, not really. It's about people. The real secret to selling Salesforce isn't hidden in the cloud or buried in lines of code. It's in the absolute A-team of people they build to go out and sell it.
And this quote from the company really gets to the heart of it all. Even the best products don't sell themselves. You need a great sales force to sell Salesforce. Seriously, that single idea is the engine behind their entire strategy.
So how do you build that great sales force? It all starts with being incredibly selective. I mean, they demand experience. We're talking a minimum of 2 years for reps handling small businesses, all the way up to 20 years of experience for the execs who manage their biggest accounts. They attract this top-tier talent with a high-energy culture and, let's be real, some very strong compensation.
Okay, so once these elite reps get hired, the onboarding is intense. They kick things off by mastering the technology, which means 20 hours of video training. But the real surprise happens at their week-long boot camp called Salesforce U. You'd think it'd be all tech, 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 right? Nope. The main focus is on timeless, fundamental human skills.
And this is it. This is the foundation of their entire sales playbook. It's not some complex algorithm or a secret script, but 3 simple, incredibly powerful fundamentals.
Here they are. It's this simple. First, listen and learn. Second, empathize. And third, offer solutions. Now, I know that sounds pretty basic, but Salesforce has turned the execution of these 3 steps into a true art form.
One of their own execs totally nailed the importance of that first step. He said 85% of salespeople don't slow down enough to really understand their customer's business. So what does Salesforce do? They train their reps to live in that other 15%, the ones who ask the smart questions, get the customer talking, and then actually listen.
And you know, when you really listen like that, it naturally leads to the next step, empathy. It's all about making the customer feel truly understood, that you get their challenges, that you feel their pain. That's the key that turns a simple transaction into a real relationship. It's how you build rapport, and ultimately, it's how you build trust.
But look, just listening and empathizing isn't always enough to close a deal. For that third fundamental, offering solutions, Salesforce deploys its secret weapon, the power of storytelling.
Every salesperson on the planet has faced these objections. You've heard them all before. It costs too much, or, our current system is working just fine. A big one for cloud services is, I just don't trust putting our company's data in the cloud. So how do you get past these roadblocks?
Their answer isn't to start arguing about features or haggling over price. It's to tell a story. For every single objection, they have a story about another customer who felt the exact same way and then went on to find success. It's such a brilliant way to make a solution feel not just possible, but completely real and achievable. But here's the most crucial part of their storytelling philosophy, the real game changer. Salesforce is never the hero of the story. The customer is.
The story is always about how the customer was the one who succeeded, not how Salesforce swooped in and saved the day. It's a subtle shift, but it is incredibly powerful.
So how does this all fit together? On one side, you've got this incredibly advanced, cutting-edge technology. And on the other, you have these timeless, human-focused principles of selling. The real magic is how they merge the two. And this is the answer to that paradox we talked about at the beginning. Salesforce masterfully combines all the new school tools, cloud, AI, mobile, data, with old school rules. Listen, empathize, build trust, and tell stories. The technology doesn't replace the human connection, it makes it even stronger.
So the ultimate takeaway here is pretty universal. It doesn't matter if you're selling complex software or running a local coffee shop, the fundamentals are the same. Technology is an amazing amplifier for sure, but the real work, the work that builds lasting success, is all about connecting with people, listening to them, empathizing, and creating real value together.
And all this leaves us with a huge question for the future. As AI gets woven into every part of our businesses, could it be that genuine human connection, that ability to truly listen, to empathize, and to tell a great story, is actually becoming the ultimate and maybe the most lasting competitive advantage of all?